Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Taking a quick look here again at Bake, trying to get through some of my requests here from my community. If you're part of my Discord, I do have trade requests that you can go ahead and submit. It's a lot of fun to be able to kind of cover coins that you guys want us to see here. So again, thanks again for that, and also thanks to my community for some awesome feedback. Got some good trades here actually with our Premium Plus group. While we trigger a stop loss very seldom, we can see a lot of good trades here coming through. Solana, Litecoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Chainlink. AVAX is in there too, but we haven't seen a signal there for a little while. So either way, there is quite a few in there. Check that out, of course. And if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is the site, link down below. Let's quickly look here at Bake backend liquidation levels and just kind of see what's going on. This last 7 days of liquidation, we can see there's a little bit more left down at about this 31-cent range or 31.5. Keep in mind, liquidation levels are consistently evolving, consistently changing. Those are there because people are taking longs now, feeling like this is the bottom. Okay, so a lot of times that can be a good area, thinking that there's a support range there because that's where everyone's interested in. But it's oftentimes going to result in something like this, where there's a candle wick down just to destroy any kind of high leveraged longs or shorts to the upside. So that's roughly what we're looking at for the last 7 days. So 31.5 is that estimate there for the downside. We look at last month, we can see a different scenario here, but also roughly the same. So more progression on the downside would make sense. Bitcoin's exuding the same behavior too. It has a lot of liquidation to the downside at 63,000. It's about 10, 11 billion. Okay, that's a lot of liquidation. So more reason why the price action could gravitate towards that. So 0.315, 31.5 cents, as low as 29.5. Okay, those are the areas there. So to give you perspective, 29.5 is right here, 31.5 is right here. Okay, so those are the two areas of liquidation roughly to see that on the chart. So let's go ahead and take a look on the daily and work our way down, see what's going on here. This is again the larger time frame fibs that I have pulled up from the most recent low to the most recent high. I haven't drawn out new fibs yet because we haven't found our bottom. You should only create new fib levels if there's higher highs and higher lows being established in different directions. Right now, this just makes more sense to have something along these lines. Let's look at the moving averages. We're down below two moving averages, the 20 and the 200, but above the 100 and the 50. Being above the 50 is important, and that's right there at that fib level there too. So truth is the price could drop down another 5 to 10%. That seems like kind of a high risk play. Again, the probability of this coin bouncing seems fairly high considering how well it's done, but again, we don't take trades based on moving averages alone. We can see here we've lost 50 in the RSI. That's generally unfavorable. So spending more time below that level reaffirms the resistance at that range, which we're seeing here roughly at the 33 cents range. Okay, we can see a MACD divergence as well. That's a strong consideration for the price action continuing further down. Stochastic still swinging down, all bearish here in most cases minus a couple of moving averages. We have the 200-day SMA right here as well, letting us know that this is our last line of defense. Typically, the 200 on the 4-hour time frame is an area in which you don't want to lose. Now, it's not a guarantee, so if you take a look at this here, though, we lost the 200-day SMA back here in June on the 11th, roughly 9 days ago, and we can see the price action came down and right back up again. So, again, by no means is it a support. It's just kind of a range giving you a perspective on being on the right side of the tracks or not. Okay, closing below that, which appears to be somewhat of a likelihood here, would be disadvantageous. However, the 4-hour time frame is telling us we're getting close to this overextended state. Likelihood of recovery, a small relief rally, makes sense considering we've been held down for so long, and now we're becoming oversold, where people are going to want to try to buy. It's just kind of the general consensus. So having said all that, we look at that with stochastic swinging down and MACD losing its momentum to the downside. There's a decent chance that Bake will recover here soon at this 0.786 fib level. Again, I would not be surprised if we see one last manipulation wick down here or here, but generally speaking, Bake is still looking moderately strong in this range. Speaking of range, let's quickly look at the volume profile. If we just kind of zoom out a little bit here, where's the most amount of volume we're seeing? Well, it's above the price, 39 cents. We've also got some below the price and at the current price. Once again, so basically 32 cents is one of the three areas of volume. Okay, so again, this is just, entering a support range. So while it's not perfect or exact, it does tell us that we have potential bouncing. This is a potential bouncing point here soon for Bake. Taking a look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can kind of see we're still well below the cloud. There's zero reason to consider a long position right now. That is not a confirming factor at all. However, the lagging span intersecting with the price action means that a short may not be super viable anymore. Okay, again, it makes perfect sense for us to see the manipulation wick down to that 31.5, 29.5 range. But for right now, Everything's kind of screaming bearish divergence, and there's no reason to try to take a long into that. Now, do you short right now too? That's the question I get. I would say no. It's you're shorting into a support level. It doesn't make a ton of sense. If you're going to short, you make sure to watch it closely and don't try to short to the bottom, because there is no way for the price action to go much lower than those liquidation levels we see based on a lot of volume support in this general area. So me personally, this does not make a ton of sense to do anything along those lines. I would say if we're going to take a look at the hourly time frame here and kind of confirm the point of control for the last 24 hours, we were really close to that point of control right now. We closed below 33.5, that would be disadvantageous. We'll probably see further downside. We need to close above today or yesterday's point of control here. And what that basically just means is we see the most amount of volume at that round number, 34 cents. We close above 34 cents, that would give us a better indication of taking along with confidence. We're not there yet. Okay, so again, that's where patience pays off, folks. Be patient in trading. It doesn't make sense to FOMO in. I'm sure you've had some success at one point being like, oh, I FOMO'd in, I made it work. Awesome, I'm so happy with myself. The truth is that's not going to be consistent return or reward, okay? What is consistent is, just maintaining, a lot of analysis and ensuring you understand kind of where the charts are. It's kind of a lot of work. That's why this is my full-time job, and there's a reason why we are very successful as a community. While we did hit some stop losses here recently with our swing trades, that's just kind of that average effect, right? I mean, we had 9 out of the last 10 months have been extremely profitable. It makes sense to eventually hit some losses, right? You're going to find that too. Trading goes in streaks. So just make sure you minimize loss and adjust accordingly. We have adjusted our signals too, which is nice, to ensure that we're securing profit sooner, considering the ranges that we're working within. And if we have invalidations, we're going to close our trades sooner as well to ensure we don't accrue any kind of large losses. Hope that makes sense and I described this correctly. Thank you again so much for watching. You can trade big and other awesome coins on BitUnix. Link down below. Check them out, folks. Awesome exchange, no KYC or VPN. Use my link to register. You get some significant rewards, okay? We also have Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and TikTok shorts now as well. It's been a lot of fun, getting some great feedback. Check that out if you'd like. I hope you have a great rest of the day, though, either way. Thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you soon. Take care.